Hey guys, Abs here. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a demonstration of our brand new plugin, WP Curation Pro. In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly what the plugin does, what you can expect from the plugin, and later on we'll be looking and exploring ideas of exactly how you can incorporate this plugin on your own WordPress and existing WordPress sites, and how you can use it on brand new sites as well. Now let me just quickly mention that you can actually use this plugin on any niche. So no matter what niche you're in, guys, you're going to be able to use this plugin. Depending on how you use it is obviously down to you. I'm going to give you some ideas on how you can use it. I'm currently using it on my own sites. I've got two sites that I'm actually using this on, guys. Obviously this site that I'm showing you here at the moment is a test site. So you can actually see I've still got just another WordPress site on here, test and sample page. So this is just a test site, so I can explain to you exactly how this works, but we'll actually be showing you exactly how you can put it into action for your own benefit as well. Okay, so let me just show you around the plugin and show you exactly, well, let me start off by showing you exactly how your content looks when it comes onto your site. So again, guys, I'm going to be showing you where this content comes from. I'm going to be showing you where you can get content from and everything as well. But for now, let's just see exactly how it gets done and how it gets added. So what you see here is exactly what WP Curation Pro has added on the site. So as you can see, it keeps the styling. If there's images, it's going to keep images as well. Now you've got control to add link backs and to add links back to that original article or whatnot and I want to be showing you all this in action as well. Okay, so for example, this link back here, we'll go over to here, and as you can see, here's that same image, and gobble gobble how stars spent Thanksgiving. So as you can see, this is only as fresh as yesterday or as fresh as today. But yeah, it does cut out all of the other fluff that we don't want in here. And I'm going to be showing you exactly how it does that and how you can control this as well. So anyway, it all looks cool, Abs, but how do you actually benefit from it, and how is it going to help you as well? Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so this is actually a new post that's just come through here, and this one's come through Huffington. Okay, so this one obviously is through Celebrity. If we clicked on there, we would have noticed that was from People. So this is actually from peoples.com or whatever it's called. Okay, so let me show you exactly how it works and what you can do with it. So it actually works based on feeds. So if you want this to work for you in your niche, then all you have to do is find an authority feed or an authority site that has a feed in your niche. And if you can't, guys, then just remember there's so many things that you can do with feeds. You can actually go out there, make your own feeds. If you wanted to combine RSS feeds, you can go out there and use sources and services which are free, like Yahoo Pipes, and there's so many things that you can do with feeds. You can actually have a feed that's feeding all of your sites, and you can have WP Curation Pro on all of your sites as well. So it's entirely up to you exactly how you want to do this, but I'm going to give you some ideas in a moment, but I'm going to show you how it works first of all, and then I'll show you exactly how you can put it to use. Okay, so this works based on feeds, guys, and the way it works is you'd create one draft post for every feed that you want to work with. So for example, as you can see, I've got 3 draft posts here. I've got 419 posts altogether on here. So if I go over here, as you can see, 2 minutes ago, that was this one that we just looked at, Pampered Pooch Addresses Accessories. Okay, Pampered Pooch Addresses Accessories. So that was there. That was come off from Huffington Post. And it works based on cron jobs as well. So as you can see, it's been working, and it's been working for days and weeks, and I don't know how long it's been working for now, and it's all based on my settings, and you can control how many posts you have. So if you're like, no way, Abs, I don't want 419 posts, well, you know what, you can control it so you have 1 post a week. You can control it so you have 2 posts a week, or you can control it so you have 1 post a day as well. So it's entirely up to you, and I'm going to be showing you this control now as well. So anyway, let me go inside of one of these feeds and show you exactly how it works. Okay, so let's go down here first of all, and let's have a look at the settings. So over here, you got WP Curation Pro settings. Now you'd actually add your feed URL. Now you go over, find a feed. Let me show you how this feed looks, just in case anyone's not 100% sure what a feed looks like. So this is a feed. Okay, so as you can see, this is a feed here. When you look at this, you're gonna be like, no way, man. You know, it doesn't even have content on here. Well, don't worry. What our WP Curation Pro software does, it would actually take your feed URL. it'll go to the feed, and then it'll go and visit the actual source page where the content is coming from, and it will take the content from there. So this is why on this blog post you actually see this. So this was from Huffington Post. Let me just show you what a Huffington Post feed looks like. Okay, I'm not sure if Huffington Post actually has the full feed and full content in the feed or not, but we can certainly have a look so you get an idea. Okay, so this was a Huffington Post feed. Okay, and this is where we were getting content from. Okay, so this does actually have images and everything in here as well. Okay, BBC News didn't have the images and that in there, but the software does go ahead, and this plugin does go ahead and get everything on there. Okay, so what you do is you get the feed URL and you add it inside of here. You click on check feed and let the software or the plugin go ahead and check the feed, and it'll actually tell you how many entries are inside of this field. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so it's telling me now it's found 15 entries. Underneath it, it's asking now, what do you want to do with these entries? Okay, or what are you going to do, or how do you want to manipulate the content that we get from these entries? So the first thing is, do you want to use the best spinner? So inside of settings and WP Curation Pro, you'll actually have an area where you can add your the best spinner details. If you want to use the best spinner, then you can do. I don't use the best spinner, guys. I think it reads much better without the best spinner, and I want to be showing you some other cool things that we can do with this as well. Okay, do you want to strip links? So if you went over to Huffington Post, for example, this feed here, okay, we have a look at this here. This has got a link here, okay, and this is going to be inside of our content as well, because we're going to get it from the feed. So it's asking you here now, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to strip links if we find links in the content? I've put down yes, so anything inside of the Huffington Post category, is that what we're on, Huffington Post? Yeah, we are Huffington Post. Anything inside of Huffington Post is not going to have links inside of it, and the reason it's not going to have links inside of it is because I've stripped the links. Okay, you can also opt to ignore the previous entries. If you opt to ignore the previous entries, what this will do is it's going to ignore the 15 entries that are already inside of the feed, but what it will do, and it takes a snapshot, guys, but what it will do, it will start from the next entry that comes into the feed. So let's say, for example, a site like BBC News or a site like Huffington Post has about 30 articles posted on a daily basis. So obviously all of these feed entries are going to be updated. So what you can do here is tell the software, well, you know what, even though you found 15 entries inside of the feed, I only want new content that gets posted on that feed for you to take into consideration. So in that case, you'd say ignore the previous entries and only get new entries that come into that feed. Okay, so some good ideas is, you know, if you're using, say, for example, some social media profile feeds or some feeds that provide you with status updates, you know, you might find that somebody's using, for example, celebrities. You know, you might go ahead and get somebody's celebrities status update feed and add it on here, and you might find that they're having, like, say, 30 posts on a daily basis, and it's already got, like, say, 30 status updates in there. And because you want to keep everything fresh, you might say, well, you know what, ignore the previous entries and only get the new entries that get added to that feed. And don't forget, guys, you can get really clever with feeds, RSS feeds. You can use Yahoo pipes, and you can really, you know, mash up feeds together. Okay, and then you got the option to add a link back to the source. So on my post, as you can see, we've got link backs to the original sources. Okay, and you can opt to put these link backs in there. If you don't want to put them in there, you don't have to, guys. It is a good idea to put them in there because that is proper curation, and you can actually change, you can actually add whatever content you want to put on here. So as you can see, I've got see the original article here, the original article, BBC original article, and whatnot. Okay, and then we got down here, we've got max posts per day. So how many posts do you want to make from this feed on a daily basis? So I've put this down as 6. Okay, but what I will show you as well, guys, is inside of, let's say, for example, you've got 4 posts that you're posting, that 4 draft posts working from different feeds, and you've got each one posting 6 a day. Now you might turn around and say, well, you know what, the maximum I want is a maximum of 5 posts on my blog on a daily basis, in which case you can actually have a global setting and say, okay, regardless of how many I've set all of my feeds to go to post, if it exceeds, like, say, 5, then I don't want it to post more than 5. Then all of your posts will stop posting until the next day. Okay, so you can also post here, post from and post to. So you can change and set each draft post to post at different times. So I've got 6 posts between 11:30 in the morning and 12:30 in the morning. Obviously I was doing this just for testing a certain period in a 1 hour period. And a really cool thing on this as well, guys, is remove last, and then you can actually put down here paragraph. So what this does is, let's say for example we go over to here, and let's say this is one of the posts. So the software is going to make one of these posts now. Okay, and what you might find is, you'd actually have to have a look at the source, guys, yeah, just to verify exactly. If you want to get very precise, then you'd have to have a look at the source. But what you might find is this down here is being put into a P tag, okay, as well as everything else. But this is the actual final P tag, because this might be in a different div or something. If that's the case, then what you can do is you can tell the software, well, you know what, remove the last one paragraph. So anything that was in the last final paragraph, which might be contact us for more details, as have your say at bbc.co.uk or whatever, then it'll actually remove it and strip it. And you can strip the last 3 paragraphs, 4 paragraphs. So let's say for example this was built up of 5 paragraphs. You could say, well, I want to strip 4 paragraphs and only show 1 paragraph, in which case it'll actually show maybe only this area here up to about here, and then you'd have your, you know, read the original article here underneath it or whatever. Or you might have, you know, I hope you enjoyed this article or post. Again, guys, you can use spin syntax in here as well. As you can see, the article or content will follow from Huffington Post or Huffington, you know, just messing around I am there, but this is just giving you an example. So anyway, guys, once you're fully set with this, what you do is you don't publish it. You'd always save as a draft. Okay, once you've saved it as a draft, what you'll notice is, let's just wait until that updates there. I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Okay, you'll actually notice that these are changed here. So it actually tells you, okay, it tells you the next post. When is the next post for this draft post going to be posted onto this blog? It's going to be on the 30th of November at 11:30. The 30th of November is tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow at 11:30, it's going to make a post on this. On this blog, and then it actually tells you what the current server time is as well. Wherever you've got your WordPress blog hosted on, it's going to tell you what the time is there. So the server time at the moment was the 29th of November, and it's 11:41. So it's 11:41 in the morning, which is the server time at the moment. Okay, and then it tells you what the max post daily is. Obviously that comes from there. It tells you what the post count is at the moment. So basically this is telling you how many posts your current blog has had altogether, and then it's telling you what the global daily limit is as well. So I'm going to take you over to global daily limit in a moment and tell you about that. But just remember, guys, you can have each feed set to any category that you want to post to, okay, and it will only post to that category. So for example, Huffington Post feed is only posted to Huffington Post. Again, guys, this is only a test blog. You might already have a blog about, let's say, muscle building, and you might want to go out there and have one quote added to your blog on a daily basis, in which case you can get a feed from some quote site and get a muscle building tip or a quote added to your blog on a daily basis. Or you might have a hair loss niche and you might want to work with it on that way. Or you might have spare sites hanging around and you might want to go ahead and you know, fill them up using WP Curation Pro. It's entirely up to you, and you've got all of the control that you need. Just don't click on publish, click on save draft, and it actually tells you here when the next post will be published based on these details you put in here. Okay, so now let's take a look at these areas here. How does the actual post get constructed? So in the title field, you've got an option. You can add your own text if you want. Okay, and you can have spin syntax and it'll get spun as well. Or you can have a short code, and the short code is like one of them opening brackets and then feed title in capitals, and then you close it off with the closing bracket as well, square black brackets. Okay, and what will happen, this will get replaced with the actual title. So if you have a look down here, this is the title: What Scares American Horror Story, Freak Show star Michael Chiklis. You got The Ultimate Thanksgiving Throwback Thursday, Lenny Kravitz's Insanely Huge Scarf. So these are all from the feed, and we replace this feed title with the actual title of the feed. Okay, and then you can have an opening in here. You can have more openings in here. You can have a video in here. You can have an image in here as well. And then what you do is you have your feed. You have another tag. This tag is this time feed content, and this will be replaced with the actual content of the feed. After the feed content, you can have your own text again, so you can close it off with whatever you want. You can close it off with whatever you want. Again, you can have your own spin syntax in there as well. So the way this would be constructed would be like this. And again, guys, you can have feed title inside of the body as well. So you could say, okay, the article content will follow from Huffington Post, and the title is, and you could have feed title here as well. And this would actually have the actual title on here as well. So let me just give you an example on here. Okay, I don't think I've actually got any feed using the feed title again on here. Okay, I don't think I'm actually using that on here. But yeah, what you can do is you can actually have feed title inside of the body as well, and always have this making sure that it's got the title of what the actual feed post that it's actually posting to. Okay, so this will always be replaced with a title. So here's how it would look. It'd be your own opening for your curated content, the actual content, and your own closing as well. And then you'll close it off with here's the original link back, or whatever you want as well, if you don't want to put that on there as well. And at the same time, your feed content can be shrunk by, or it can be stripped by removing some of the paragraphs on there as well, and saying, well, you know what, read more here, and you're going to have that as read more. Okay, so this is exactly how it would work, and then you'd make sure that you select the category that you want to add the category to, and then you save it as a draft. When you save it as a draft, the next time it will post, it'll actually tell you and it'll update you everything there as well. Okay, so let me go back over to post. Obviously, I'm not going to save nothing over here, and as you can see, I've actually got 3 drafts in here. You can have as many drafts as you want, and they're all going to be set to post to different amounts to at different times. So let's have a look at this one. Okay, no, that was the one that we just looked at, wasn't it? Let's have a look at this one. Okay, this one's set to post 6 as well. Okay, so this one's at 1:45 to 2:45. So again, I was messing around just checking out the actual server timeage and everything on there as well. It tells you the current server time, tells you when the next post is due as well. Okay, so let me just take you over to global settings and show you what you can do with global settings. So on global settings, obviously you have your access key and your transaction key to make sure that this is authorized on the sites that you work with it. So now you've got post frequency, you've got a daily limit and you've got a weekly limit, and if it's on 0, then that means you're not controlling it. Everything from the post is going to be controlling it. So if you put this on 5, I'll give you an example. If you put this on 5 and you had them 3 feeds in there, each feed set to post 6 every single day each, that's like 6, 12, 18. That's 18 posts on a daily basis it's going to make. But then it might get out of hand. Like let's say for example you're creating a directory, or you are creating something about celebrities, and now you've got a category about Michael Jackson, you've got a category about, I don't know, 7 more other actors, and you've got them all posting about 3 every single day, but you're like, hang on, I don't want so many posts on my blog on a daily basis. So what you can do here is say, well, you know what, I want a maximum of 5 posts on a daily basis on my blog, regardless of how many draft feeds or whatever I got on there. And this will make sure that it only gets you 5 on a daily basis, and after that it will put all of them cron jobs to sleep until tomorrow. So it's not going to be checking them feeds. Okay, and you've got a weekly limit as well. So you might have something set here to post 5 on a daily basis, but you only want 30 posts on a week, in which case you'll change that to 30. Again, if you have it at 0, guys, then all of your posts will go through based on whatever your settings are on your feeds, on your draft posts. But obviously it will only make a post, or will only be able to make a post if a new entry came into that feed. So just keep that in mind as well. And then your best spinner, if you want to work with the best spinner, guys. Okay, so this is how you work with it, and this is exactly what it's going to do for you. So what can you do with the plugin now? So with this plugin, guys, I'm actually using this on 2 sites. I'm not going to tell you what the sites are, but I actually use them for silo content. So I've actually got 2 sites, and they're using the silo structure. And with the silo structure, as you're fully aware, you have articles that are supporting other articles, or your main silo pages. So you've got like supporting posts. So I've already got unique content on my site. I've got unique content for my supporting posts as well. But what I do is I'm having this work with some tips, and it goes out and gets tips on a daily basis, and it adds 1 post on a daily basis to the actual silo categories, and it's been working, and it's been increasing my rankings because I'm getting more internal links, and almost all of the content on my site is totally unique, and this is just supplementing that content and really aiding me to get up there. Another option that you can do with this as well, guys, is obviously if you've got sites lying around, you can go out there and you can start to get all the pages indexed. You can start to curate content as well, guys, and again, it's very important, if you are going to be using this just to curate content, then the more unique you can be, the better it is for you, and the better it's going to be for your blog as well. So what I'm trying to say by that is, when you do actually go out and structure your actual post and your content, then just try your best to give yourself a nice opening, a nice closing as well. Maybe do cut off them paragraphs, and do try and leave a link back to the source as well. So anyway, guys, this is exactly how this works. Now, when it comes down to feeds, just remember, guys, you can control this as long as you've got a good feed. Now, getting feed control has been out there for ages, so have a look at Yahoo Pipes, have a look at RSS smashers, have a look at anything else that you need to look at, guys, to make your feeds so that you can make this work for you, because this can be used on existing sites, and sites that that you don't do anything with as well. So anyway, if you have any questions, let us know. If you have any problems, let us know. We're here to help, and of course we're going to be supporting this as well. So all you have to do is come along, install the plugin as you'd install any other WordPress plugin. Once you've installed the plugin, go over to settings, go over to WP Curation Pro, enter your details, access key and your transaction key inside of here that we've sent over to you, update the settings, and you're good to go. So anyway, guys, thank you very much, and I really hope you enjoy working with this plugin.